Hi everyone, how are you all doing? Hola a todas y bienvenidas a mi canal. En este video te mostraré cómo usar ChatGPT para aprender español. And welcome to this video. And before we start, I want to quickly tell you guys why I think this is actually so beneficial for you all. So personally, this is something that I use almost every day to help me. And the reason why it's so important is we often get told that the best way to learn Spanish is by having Spanish-speaking friends, right? But there's only a couple of problems that arise with that situation. Firstly, it's like, well, what if you don't have Spanish-speaking friends? And even if you do, what if they just speak so fast or they just speak at such a high level that you just can't understand? Well, luckily, ChatGPT is the answer to that. And today, I'm going to show you guys what I do. So there's going to be 3 methods that I'm going to be showing you guys. And before we get started, there's 2 things that you need to do before you use each method. So let's get to it. So the first thing you want to do before you try each method is you want to do 2 things. You want to tell ChatGPT that you want to have a Spanish-friendly speaking conversation. And if you want, you can tell ChatGPT to correct your Spanish as well. And while you have a conversation with ChatGPT, ChatGPT will actually correct your Spanish as well. So I'll show you how to do that. So I say, also, if you're not a beginner, then just get rid of the word beginner friendly. Hey ChatGPT, let's have a beginner-friendly Spanish conversation, and can you please correct my Spanish as well? Perfect, so you've done that and it'll start doing that now. And pretty much the first method is to literally just have a conversation with ChatGPT. If you don't know what to do, just talk about any specific topic. And the best way to do that is to say, puedo hablar sobre the topic that you want. Or you can just continue on with the conversation because ChatGPT will just keep asking you questions in order to keep that conversation going. So let's just get on with it and I'll show you what it looks like. Hola, claro, vamos a tener una conversación en español. Me llamo. Puedo hablar. So I'll say I want to talk about football. Puedo hablar sobre fútbol. And also while we're at it, I just want to show you guys a really important function. So I often hear a lot that when people are learning Spanish, they are unable to understand native Spanish speakers. And the reason for that is they're not practicing their listening skills enough. And the best way to practice your listening skills with ChatGPT is to simply press this read aloud button. And when you press that button, read it as well. So that way you're practicing your listening skills and your reading skills. So it's a win-win, right?
Hola, Ty. Muy bien, hablemos sobre fútbol. ¿Cuál es tu equipo de fútbol favorito?
And then I'll just literally keep having conversations with it and it'll correct my Spanish as well. So I don't really have a favorite team, but I'll just say Australian national team. So I'll make it wrong so then you guys can see what the corrections look like. Perfect, and as you can see, it literally corrects my Spanish as well for me, just like that. And then as you can see, it asks questions as well, so that you can just keep that conversation going. So it's saying the favorite team is Barcelona, and if I have any favorite players in the Australian national teams. So yeah, perfect. That's like the first one done. It's literally just to have a generic conversation with ChatGPT, where you can even ask it to talk about specific topics. So that way you're really building your vocab for specific topics, which is really important, right? And so the next thing I'll show you guys is another method which might be exposing myself here a little bit, but it's something that I've been using like a lot more recently. And you get ChatGPT to pretend that it's someone famous or someone that's interesting or cool. So you can get ChatGPT to pretend that it's Taylor Swift or Hector Bellerin or Jordan Burroughs. You probably don't know who that is, and that way the conversations are a lot more fun. And the reason why this is actually helpful is because if you ask ChatGPT what you get up to today, it'll just say something silly like, I'm artificial intelligence, I didn't do anything. But when you get it to pretend that it's, say, Taylor Swift, it'll pretend that it's Taylor Swift and it'll just say what Taylor Swift would normally get up to during that day, if that makes sense. I'll show you guys, it'll make sense. So let's show you the second method, getting ChatGPT to pretend it's someone famous in order to have interesting conversations. It actually works. So I'll say, hey ChatGPT, let's have a beginner-friendly Spanish conversation. And can you pretend that you're Hector Bellerin, for example? If you don't know who he is, he's a famous footballer that plays in Real Betis. Alright, perfect. So it's just pretend that it's Hector Bellerin, and then all you do is you literally just keep that conversation going by answering the questions that ChatGPT or Hector Bellerin is asking, or you can just ask your own questions to that person. I say, muy bien. So I'll say, I'm doing good. What you get up to today? ¿Y qué hiciste hoy? Also, I'm typing and I'm also speaking it, so that way I'm practicing my speaking and my writing skills as well. Hoy entrené con mi equipo y luego fui a dar un paseo por la ciudad. ¿Y tú qué hiciste hoy? So I'll just keep that conversation going. So he plays for the club Real Betis, and I'm going to ask him, what's your opinion about your club Real Betis, for example? And also, it's a good tip as well. If you don't really understand specific sentences like here, I don't really understand what siempre es un reto enfrentarte. I don't really understand what that means. Try and have a guess by using the context as a clue to determine what it means. And then once you've had a guess, simply copy and paste that just like this, double click and then press translate / into English. So that way, it'll really help you if you don't really understand. But the most important thing is that you have a guess as to what it means. Because that way, even if you get it wrong, you're still practicing, you're still getting better. Okay, yeah, just saying it's a challenge to face Real Betis, even though he plays for Real Betis. And then I can just ask him other stuff like, what was it like living in London, for example? And also, if you don't know how to say that, feel free to use Google Translate, but don't copy it and paste it. Try and memorize it, and then if you can't memorize it, just go back and forth. So that way, you're building your memory recall. So I'll ask, what was it like living in London? So that means, ¿cómo era vivir en Londres? Yep, so I press the speaking button, it says
Vivir en
all
Londres
that.
fue una experiencia increíble.
So it's just saying that it was an incredible experience, you know, it's a very multicultural country, lots of things to do and all that. And then ChatGPT or Hector Ballerin is asking if I would like to visit London one day. And so yeah, I'm gonna keep having that conversation, and it's actually kind of fun, you know? As weird as it is, it works. And so I'll move over to the third method that is really helpful. And that's learning Spanish through having role-playing situations. I know it sounds a bit weird, but the reason why it works is if you want to build your vocabulary for specific situations and topics, this is a really, really strong way to do it. Like say you're gonna go to Spain and you need to learn Spanish vocab for when you're at the train station. Having role-play situations can really, really help, and I'll show you guys how to use it right now. So to do that, you just gotta describe to ChatGPT. So I'll say, hey ChatGPT, let's have a role-playing situation where I'm at the train station in Barcelona and you're the worker and I'm the customer. So let's do that. Okay, so I've done that and let's see how it works out. Awesome. Also, this will work for ChatGPT 3.5 as well. I'll show you. So and just like that, you just gotta keep following on, and this is what it looks like. Hola, buenos días, ¿en qué puedo ayudarle? So ChatGPT is saying, how can I help you? And I'll say, I want to buy a ticket to San Sebastian, for example. So which is, quiero comprar un billete a San Sebastián. ¿Cuánto cuesta para esto? Quiero comprar un billete. ¿Cuánto cuesta? And yeah, you don't know what words to say, you don't know how to use that vocab, simply use Google Translate and then try and memorize it and type it in. And if you don't get it right, go back and try again. And that way, you're really improving your Spanish by improving that memory recall, which is really important, right? So I said, I want to buy a ticket to San Sebastian. How much is it? ¿Cuánto cuesta? And then ChatGPT is pretending that they're worker and they're continuing that conversation. So it says a ticket to San Sebastian costs 50 euros. Pretty pricey. ¿Para qué fecha lo necesita? So I don't know what that means, so I'm going to have a quick guess based on the context. Do you need me to get it for you? I'm gonna guess. So I don't know if that's correct, but by me simply just guessing, I'm actually improving my Spanish still, even if it's wrong. So we'll check it, and nope, I'm definitely not right. What date do you need it by? So I think fecha is date. Yeah, so just like that, I've learned a new vocab for a new word, and more importantly, I've learned how, you know, sentences fit in that word construct. I'll just say, I need it for today. So I'm not sure how to say that, so I'll use Google Translate once again. I need one for today at 5 p.m. please. So it's necesito un para hoy a las 5 de la mañana, por favor. So just like that, I'm learning as well. And yeah, you just literally keep that conversation going, and just like that, ChatGPT just keeps asking you questions in the role-playing situations, and it's engaging because it's fun, right? You get to like almost be there. Guys, just like that, those are 3 ways that you can really learn Spanish using ChatGPT. And they were 1, having a generic conversation with ChatGPT about anything that you want. 2, getting ChatGPT to pretend that it's someone that you like, someone famous that you like. For example, Taylor Swift, Hector Bellerin, etc. And 3, having a role-playing situations. So all in all, guys, remember, one really good tip is you can get ChatGPT to also correct your Spanish. And also, I'm going to tell you guys something that's really helpful as well. If you want to practice your listening skills so that you can understand native Spanish speakers, press the listening button. Those are 3 tips. I really hope that helps you guys out. And if you have any questions, feel free to just let me down below. And guys, I really enjoy that, and feel free to subscribe, guys. I'm just getting started. I'm making more videos and can't wait to make more. So thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.